What if the Son of God wasn't sent by the Father, but built in his lab? What if resurrection wasn't a gift of divine grace, but the result of human arrogance, stolen fire, and stitched up corpses? Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is more than just Gothic horror. It's a dark theological meditation on godhood, suffering, and the tragedy of trying to outcreate the Creator. In Shelley's novel and Del Toro's film, the creature isn't just a monster. He's a distorted image, a perverse parody of Christ, Adam, and Lucifer, all contorted into one. But what happens when man dares to play God? What theology emerges when resurrection is manufactured rather than bestowed? What does this say about identity, suffering, and salvation? I'm Shwa, and today we're analyzing both Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein and Guillermo del Toro's 2025 adaptation, which reimagines the story through a Catholic-inflected, symbol-rich, mythical lens. Full spoilers ahead. Victor Frankenstein is a mad scientist and a blasphemous maker. And Frankenstein is what happens when the role of God is claimed, not worshipped. In the Church's theology, life is a gift. Genesis says man is formed from dust, but given breath by God. Genesis 2:7. Victor flips that. He forms a body from corpses and tries to breathe life into it through unnatural means. It's a mock sacrament. Paragraph 2258 of the Catechism of the Catholic Church reminds us that human life is sacred because it involves the creative action of God. Victor violates that. He doesn't receive life, he takes it. This is what the Church calls hubris. It echoes Lucifer's fall. I will ascend. I will make myself like the Most High. Isaiah 14:13 through 14. Del Toro visualizes this clearly. Victor's fiery guardian angel becomes a skull-faced memento mori, a warning that godhood isn't gained, it's counterfeited. The creature is more than a man. He's a suffering servant, a rejected cornerstone. We see Christological parallels from the moment of his birth. Stretched out in cruciform pose, pierced in the side like Christ, John 19:34, and rejected by his maker. But unlike Jesus, who is begotten, not made, the creature is made and then never loved. He is the Adam who becomes the fallen angel, such as in Paradise Lost. He echoes Christ in wounds, isolation, and even his longing for communion. But he lacks the divinity. It's Christ without grace, a son without a father. St. Pope John Paul II wrote that suffering without love leads to despair. That's what we see in the creature. He says to Victor, I ought to be thy Adam, but I am rather the fallen angel. This is a bastard incarnation, a godless gospel. Today's video is brought to you by Catholic Coffee. Real beans, real saints. Whether you're pulling an all-nighter, editing until 2 a.m. like me, or just trying to pray before the kids wake up, Catholic Coffee's got your back. I recommend the St. Drago Medium Roast. He's literally the patron saint of coffee and unattractive people, which I relate to spiritually. Grab a bag, support the channel, and caffeinate your soul today. Frankenstein is a resurrection story gone wrong, not just in the act of raising the dead, but in its rejection of woman, family, and natural generation. Victor doesn't want to make life with anyone. He wants to make it alone. No mother, no bride, just conquest. His view of procreation is mechanical, his obsession with a plastic womb model, and his fear of female autonomy show a deep discomfort with the vulnerability of love and life. This is the inverse of the Christian understanding of creation. The Catechism teaches that God created man and woman together and willed each for each other. Victor wills only himself. He builds a son out of stitched limbs and then refuses to build a bride for him, not out of moral clarity, but fear of losing control. Elizabeth's role in the film is crucial. She wears green, the color of nature, harmony, life. She is the bridge between Victor and the creature, but she is destroyed by Victor's actions, not the creature's vengeance. It is Victor who cannot love, not the quote-unquote monster. Del Toro leans heavily into Romanticism's fascination with the sublime, nature, beauty, terror, and longing. The creature's tale is bathed in blues, browns, greens, forest colors. His acts of kindness echo Christ's hidden years. He helps a family in secret, befriends a blind man, learns language, poetry, and even theology. He becomes a symbol of the Green Man, the resurrecting God of nature found in pagan and Christian iconography alike. But unlike Christ, who is God reaching down, the creature is man reaching up and failing. The Gorgonian in Victor's lab is no accident. It's a warning. A cursed icon meant to ward off evil. Victor, of course, ignores it. He creates a godless resurrection and his creature suffers an eternal passion. Yet, by the film's end, we see a final twist of grace. The creature forgives. He reconciles with Victor. He calls him Father. He frees the ship, and in the final shot, he stretches his arms to the sunlight, not as a monster, but as a man, as a son, a sufferer, a being yearning for redemption. You may remember that this film ended up on my top 10 movies of 2025, and that's because it is soaked with Catholic themes. Creation and procreation, the nature of the soul and limits of science, suffering and the desire for communion, the dangers of pride and playing God. Frankenstein isn't just horror, it's a meditation on what happens when we sever power from love and creation, from God. In a world obsessed with AI, transhumanism, genetic engineering, and becoming gods, Frankenstein hits harder than ever. The church has always affirmed that technology must serve the human person, not replace it. When we seek to control life instead of loving it, we create monsters, not just in labs, but in culture, relationships, and within ourselves. Frankenstein warns us, power without grace is cruelty. Creation without reverence is destruction. And sons without fathers will burn the world looking for their name. I'm Shwa, and this is Pop Cultured. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, drop a comment down below, like the video, and share it with your friends. It really helps out the algorithm. And as always, peace be with you. And remember, only monsters play God. Just a quick shout out, if you like what I'm doing here and want to support it, check out my Ko-fi. It's a donation-based platform where I share early video access, extra content, essays, behind-the-scenes stuff, and digital downloads. Even $1 helps keep the channel going and lets me keep talking faith, film, and fandom full-time. Links in the description, and thank you, as always.